Hello! Happy Friday evening! I hope that you're having the best day ever. As you may know, the Ultimate Health and Weight Loss bundle is available. This is a amazing recipe collaboration with doctors and nutritionists and dietitians and gastroenterologists and foodies and all of the amazing people that have collaborated to make this incredible bundle that is $49 right now, only through the 12th of February. And tonight I'm going to show you one of the recipes. I can't give you all the details of it, but I'm going to show you some things about how to make your own homemade plant milk, and then also how to make an anti-inflammatory smoothie recipe from Dr. Niki Davis's smoothie ebook. Actually, it's not even an ebook, it's a video course on not only how to make the best smoothies ever, but also how to store them, how to layer different flavors, how to make your own homemade milks. And that's what we're gonna do tonight. So I'm gonna make homemade oat milk, and then I'm gonna pair that with the anti-inflammatory smoothie recipe. I'm gonna tweak the recipe just a little bit because I don't wanna give away all of her smoothie secrets, but it's gonna be delicious and nutritious, and why don't you follow along with me? My son might even come and crash the party too. So first off, we're gonna make our homemade oat milk. And guys, it's Friday night. Like, one of my favorite things to do on a Friday night is just to make a smoothie and call it a day for dinner. I mean, nothing wrong with having a smoothie for dinner. I am actually using my fancy schmancy, what's it called? Nutri-Milk machine. I actually just made a fun mistake, so give me a second. Say hello if you're on live with me. Hello, hello. So we're making homemade oat milk, and this is something that a lot of people might not know how to do. You also might not even know that you can make your own oat milk, and that you don't have to buy it from the grocery store. It's a way to save money, and it's also a way to make it a lot more healthful. Sorry, I'm using my fancy nut milk machine, and I put it together wrong, so I just need to get my blade in here. Say hello if you're live with me. Again, it's Friday night. Lots of people feel tired at the end of the week, and they're just like, I don't know what to make for dinner. So a lot of the times people will just go and, resort to eating out, and typically that can be less than healthful for us. And I love doing smoothies on Friday nights. It's so easy and makes healthy living maintainable. So what we're doing is we're putting 1 cup of oats into our blender. Now, you don't have to have a fancy machine like I do. This is called the Nutri-Milk machine. You can DM me if you want to get a discount on this. But it is my favorite machine ever because it makes nut milks, oat milks, juices, broths, all the things, and it strains it for you, which is incredible. And it's like a fancy food processor because it has like little scrapers on the side as you're making it, as you're making anything. So you could use it as a food processor as well. But anyway, we're doing 1 cup of oats to 6 cups of water. And there is a trick to the water, so I can't give all the secrets away, but that is the ratio of your oat milk, okay? And then I'm actually throwing in 3 Douglas dates because we like it sweet around here. We like sweet things. I think naturally human beings like sweet things. And when you add just a few Douglas dates, or maybe 1, maybe 2 Medjool dates to your blender when you're making nut milks and oat milk, it makes it just a little sweet, and you don't have to add any refined sugar that raises your blood sugar, increases your risk for chronic illness, and just makes you feel like crap. So we're using the Nutri-Milk machine. Again, you can put that 1 cup of oats to 6 cups of water into your blender and blend and then strain, which I'll show you in a minute. But I'm just gonna use my Nutri-Milk machine and blend this really quick to make my oat milk. As this blends, I'm going to make sure I have all my other ingredients put together for the smoothie. This is an anti-inflammatory, fiber-packed, phytonutrient-rich, did I say anti-inflammatory? Yeah, anti-inflammatory smoothie, and I'm making enough for a family of 3 for a meal. But first, we have to have our liquid, right? We have to have our base, and that is going to be our oat milk. More seconds, and then we'll be ready to add the other ingredients to make our smoothie. All right, my machine is done. How fancy and cool is this? It has a little spout, and all I have to do is hit the spout to get my nut milk out. It's incredible. Sorry guys, my puppy is super Aspen is definitely going to crash the party. But now I have my base of my smoothie. You can always use water. You don't have to use nut milk at all or plant milk, but it does give it flavor. It gives it like the unctuousness, and especially if you're if you're using a plant milk, it will or a nut milk will make it even more voluptuous. It will make it more creamy. But look at this, beautiful homemade oat milk in a flash. Now look, if you don't have a fancy Nutri-Milk machine like I do, like I said, you could absolutely just use a strainer. So you could just get I like the Ellie's Best bag, and yes, this is stained from like turmeric, so it's usually not yellow, but I like the Ellie's Best strainer. You can make broths and juices with this, and nut milks and oat milks, and just strain out the leftover solids, and then you can use the oat milk that's left over in your bowl to make your smoothies with. But again, I have my fancy Nutri-Milk machine, so now I have my oat milk as my base for the smoothie. So now we're going to work from, again, Dr. Niki Davis's smoothie ebook from the Ultimate Health and Weight Loss Bundle. This Ultimate Health and Weight Loss Bundle is only available through February 12th. This is going to give you over $6,000 worth of materials from doctors, dietitians, gastroenterologists, nutritionists, health experts, foodies, yogis, mental health experts, to help you get on your way to a whole food, plant-based way of living. You don't have to go all or nothing. If you incorporate more whole plant foods into your lifestyle, you are guaranteed to feel better long-term and promote longevity. So 1% better every day is what we're aiming for. And with all of these tools at your fingertips, you guys, you're gonna get a great start. 13, 14, 15 years ago, when I started down this lifestyle journey of better living, I had no tools, no resources, and I had no idea where to start. And this bundle is gonna give you everything you need in your pocket for $49. So you're instantaneously gonna have access to all these recipes. I will be going live every day to talk about the bundle, to share recipes with you, to share what I'm learning, to collaborate with other contributors so that you guys can get submerged in this information and feel inspired to change your life as well. And there has never been a better time with this bundle, with a bundle like this than now. And if you bought the bundle last year, all of the material is brand new. So don't worry about repeat exposure to the same material. You're gonna have access to all of this material forever as well. So it looks like my laptop is petering out. Of course it is. So I'm going to go by memory on the smoothie. But again, this smoothie that I'm making is called an anti-inflammatory smoothie, and it's from Dr. Niki Davis, who put on a whole smoothie video course on how to make good smoothies for you and how to store them and little tips and tricks, and it's incredible. I put a contribution into the bundle of a 10-day detox that has recipes and just breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then also a beauty mini video course to help you get the glow up from the inside out and the outside in. So again, smoothies for dinner tonight. I have my base of oat milk that I just made. We are going to need 2 cups of oat milk as the base. So we're going in for that right now. Creamy, dreamy, delicious. Now you can use less liquid or more liquid, just depending on how you like your smoothies. I actually don't like to add a ton of liquid when I'm making my smoothies. I like them to be nice and filling and satiating. So I'm gonna also add 2 frozen bananas. We love buying bananas by the case. That is definitely a hack to make your life easy and to be able to make really healthy, delicious desserts at like in seconds flat. So I will buy cases of bananas. I will let them ripen to our desired sweetness, and I will peel them all, put them into large food service containers in the freezer so that we can make smoothies and ice cream and bake with them whenever we need, and we don't have to use any refined sugar or anything that's going to spike our blood sugar. We have fiber bound to it. It's a whole natural sweetener, and it's perfect for smoothies, perfect for just whenever you need anything sweet. So there is that. So we have 2 frozen bananas in there. We're also going to add some frozen fruit. I'm going to add 4 total cups of frozen fruit. Now, the original recipe calls for pineapple, but I actually don't have pineapple, and this recipe will be beautiful and anti-inflammatory no matter what. So I'm adding 4 cups of berries and cherries. I actually have a berry medley and then tart red cherries. Tart red cherries really pair deliciously with like an oat milk or a nut milk. It just makes like I have a Mr. Misty Freeze recipe that mimics like a Dairy Queen tart cherry with a sweet creamy thing that comes together, and that's kind of what oat milk and berries and cherries do. So I know that this will be delicious. But what is also going to make this smoothie super anti-inflammatory is the herbs that we add into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this up first, and then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. We're going to be adding greens, turmeric, and ginger, and I'm going to give you some hacks as we go. So let me blend this first. I'm going to tamp it. So this is a tamping stick to the Vitamix. If you don't have a tamping stick, consider getting one. And also a little hack is to perhaps let your berries or any frozen fruit that you're using in your smoothie to thaw a little bit. Truth be told, I doubled this recipe, so this is going to be a very, very, very full blender at the end of this whole thing. As we're letting the berries kind of thaw a little bit more so that we can really get this smoothie put together, I want to give you some tips and tricks on how to just reduce the how to optimize what you're eating. So as you notice, the base of this smoothie was oat, right? Oat milk that I made. I want to encourage you and implore you deeply, deeply, deeply to make sure that whenever you're eating oats, that it is organic, okay? Organic oats will ensure that you're not being exposed to the toxic chemical herbicide called glyphosate. Glyphosate is used widely on your oats, on your wheat, on your corn, on soy products that are not organic. And even potatoes and some other foods that are in our food system. And glyphosate is incredibly harmful to our health. It can add to your cancer risk. It can cause leaky gut. It can just completely deplete your immune system. It chelates minerals out of your body, like really essential zinc and magnesium and B12 and vitamin D. These are crucial nutrients that we need in our body. So when you get oats, when you get wheat, when you get corn and soy, make sure it's organic. Spend the extra money and make sure that it's organic, because you don't want to be exposing yourself to these harmful chemicals. And unfortunately, the big ag, big pharma food, it all works together, and we are being exposed to these chemicals, and it's really hard to avoid unless you're getting organic, okay? So there's tip number 1 as we let these berries thaw. Tip number 2 is as we go through making this smoothie recipe, we're gonna add greens, because greens are going to not only add a natural plant source of protein, but also a really great iron source. And iron, when you pair like iron-rich foods like beans and greens, when you mix them with vitamin C-rich foods like red bell pepper, berries, citrus fruits, you're going to be increasing your iron bioavailability. So getting your greens and mixing... Sorry, my dog's almost just got in a fight. Whoa, hold on one second. Kyle, mixing your beans and your greens, or your greens and your berries, your citrus fruits, with your greens, it's gonna help you increase your iron. So there's another hack. Now, in this recipe, it calls for 2 cups of greens, but I'm actually gonna put 4 because again, I'm doubling this recipe and it's gonna be hilarious how full my blender is. But here's another little tip. When you buy these clamshells of greens, they tell you how many ounces are in the greens, right? They tell you, it says it down at the bottom. This container says it has 5 ounces of greens in it. Now, as a rule of thumb, if a recipe calls for 1 cup of greens, you're gonna use 1 ounce of greens. So this 1 ounce typically equates to 1 cup, okay? So this, again, this container is 5 ounces. So I'm gonna use almost all of it because it's calling for 4 cups, right? And that just makes it easy and I don't have to actually measure. Again, you guys, this is gonna be quite funny. This smoothie recipe is gonna be really full in the blender. Now, the last 2 ingredients that go into this to make it super anti-inflammatory, in addition to all these phytonutrients, is turmeric and ginger. And here's my last tip and little hack for you in terms of bioavailability of nutrients that you're getting from whole plant foods. Turmeric, when you mix turmeric and the powerful component of turmeric, which is curcumin, with black pepper, it unlocks the bioavailability of turmeric so much. And you want to make sure that whenever you're eating turmeric, that you add just a little bit of black pepper to it to really maximize the bioavailability. There are studies showing like hundreds of times more bioavailability when you add a little bit of black pepper to your turmeric recipes. So even if it's in a smoothie, you're not going to taste the black pepper if you just add a little. And it just needs that little pepperine, which is the component of black pepper, to unlock the curcumin in the turmeric. And then, okay, I keep having all these little hacks. Another hack is when a recipe calls for fresh ginger, you can always use ginger powder if for some reason you don't have fresh ginger, but you can, if you have bought fresh ginger before and you're like, oh, my ginger's going bad, it always goes bad, it always just wrinkles on my countertop and it wastes away. Put your whole ginger into the freezer, okay? Your full ginger pieces into the freezer and it will store forever that way. Then pull it out and take your microplaner or your grater and then you can grate your frozen ginger. When your ginger's frozen, it's so much easier to grate and it just makes your life a breeze. And you're not wasting any of your ginger. It's so amazing. Another thing you could do is blend your ginger up with some water and make like ginger ice cubes, which would make it super easy to make your smoothie with as well. So there's that. I'll probably add a little bit more ginger after this, but again, this is gonna be comical to blend this smoothie because it's all the way up to the rim. I'm gonna blend it up and we're gonna show you the final result. And again, this recipe, full recipe details, is in the ebook or the video course that was created by Dr. Niki Davis, who has contributed to this Ultimate Health and Weight Loss Bundle that is full of videos and ebooks and recipes, over 2,000 recipes, whole food, plant-based recipes that are going to get you on your way to reducing your risk of chronic illness, to help reverse autoimmune disease, to help improve your gut issues that you might be having, to increase your energy, and to just make you feel good in a wholesome and holistic way. And this bundle is only available until the 12th of February of 2023, and it's $49 for over $6,000 worth of material. So make sure that you go to the link in my bio to get this bundle, or shop the link above if you're listening on Facebook and or on YouTube, and make sure that you get your hands on this. If you tell yourself right now, oh, it's available till the 12th, I'll get it later, don't wait, because you'll probably forget, and I promise you, I will have no power to give you the bundle after the 12th. It's not up to me. All of these contributors have been part of this bundle for a very limited time, and all of us are working together to help raise the vibration of human existence, to feel better, and to help help the earth, and to help all beings that are alive right now. So I'm going to blend this up. So this is like, it's delicious looking. If I were to make it from the original recipe, because I had all of the, fruit that it called for, it would be golden because the turmeric is in there. But this is like berry colored. Oh my God, it's so good. I promise you, you cannot taste the black pepper in there at all. But it is key and integral if you want to unlock the power of the curcumin in the turmeric. Don't ever skimp on your black pepper when you're eating turmeric. It's not a waste if you're eating lots of turmeric without black pepper, but it's not really doing you that much good. And I'll tell you what, with the greens in there, we're getting all of that iron, and it's really being unlocked from all the berries that are in here, which is a beautiful thing. I have my organic oats that are not covered in glyphosate that we made this beautiful oat milk with in 2 seconds flat. It doesn't have any gums added to it. It doesn't have any refined sugar added to it. It doesn't have any natural or weird flavors in there or artificial flavors. Make your own nut milks, make your own oat milks. Niki Davis is going to give you all of the step-by-step ways to do that in her smoothie course, and get access to all of these incredible recipes, you guys. Now, it's family time, it's smoothie time. We have enough for about 3 people here, a little belly and 2 big bellies. I might add the rest of this oat milk actually to just make it even more filling. But Friday night smoothies, what's better than that? Really fast, really easy, so nutritious, fiber packed. Get your bundle. You only have until the 12th. It's $49 for $6,000 worth of material to help you on your way to the best life ever. Okay, you guys have a great night. Be well. I'll see you tomorrow with something new, and have a great night.